What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Richard Profit, and welcome back to the Profit Realty Group channel. It's Sunday night, and we're talking watches, right? All right, so let's go. So you've seen from the title, my Rolex got stolen. All right, my Rolex got stolen. Now what? What do I do? A lot of guys, I've got a few emails. People ask, hey, Prophet, if my Rolex gets stolen, what do I do? So tonight, we're going to go into it. First off, what we're drinking. We're still on that Japanese vodka, Japanese whiskey, rather. We still got a little bit of that left. We're going to finish off this bottle tonight. It's pretty good, actually. I like it. Cheers, son. All right. So my Rolex got stolen. What do I do? My Rolex got lost. What do I do? I don't know. All right. So now again, everything I tell you here, everything we share with you here on this channel is either my firsthand experience or something that's happened to somebody I know and they shared the story with me. Nothing here is, made up conjecture or rhetoric or just BS. A lot of people don't talk about these topics on other YouTube channels because they may not know. But I share my real, genuine Rolex stories with you. All right, and if I can help one or two of you guys out there, then it's a blessing for me. So here we go. So what to do if my Rolex gets stolen, gets lost, gets damaged, whatever. All right. So let's say your watch gets stolen. You don't know what to do. Do I call? What do I do? What do I do if my watch gets stolen? All right. So here is what you do. Your watch gets stolen. You have homeowners insurance. You have renters insurance. First of all, let's cover if you have homeowners insurance and you have to add your watches separately onto your policy with a separate addendum, I believe they call it. You have to list those watches separately with a separate appraisal for each one of those watches. Your AD will provide you that appraisal free of charge. If you didn't buy from an AD, you can go to any watch, any jeweler, and they'll be happy to provide you with a replacement cost of your watch, for a small fee, of course. So that's not a problem. But again, you have to submit that to your insurance company, and you have to list each watch separately on a separate addendum. A lot of guys, they get caught up thinking, oh, I have home insurance, and the personal, what is it called? Personal, my personal policy is up to $100,000 of, cost inside my home. That includes jewelry, fur coats, or whatever. Yeah, no, that's wrong. It will not cover, a $30,000 watch, a $40,000 watch. That jewelry, I believe it depends on your carrier, but it's only covered like $5,000 or something like that. You have to list each watch separately with the cost of your watch. Now, check that out with your with your insurance carrier, but that is definitely the case. Now, okay, so let's say you have your insurance, right? You have your watches listed separately. Okay, now, the next thing, the first thing you have to do is you have to make a claim with your insurance. Well, before you do that, you have to call the police. You have to file a police report. Once you file the police report, then you call your insurance, you give your insurance the police report number, blah, 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 so on and so on. But it doesn't end there. Guys might think, okay, it ends there. No. Follow me now. Depending on where you are, I'm in New York City, So if you are in New York City, if you are in any of the tri-state area, what you want to do, I don't know if there's another Rolex headquarters outside of the tri-state area, but the Rolex headquarters in New York is in New York on Fifth Avenue. So what you want to do after you get your police report and after you've made a report to your insurance agency, what you want to do is go down to Rolex, with a copy of your police report, and you want to file what's called a missing watch report with Rolex. Oh, Prophet, why do I want to do that? Okay, here's go. We're going to cover it. So you want to go into Rolex. Now, you go to Rolex, downtown on Fifth Avenue. It's on the 5th floor. You go upstairs to Rolex. You come out of the elevator. You come out of the elevator. You go to the left. The guy or the young lady at the desk, they check you in. They ask you what you're here for. You fill out a little questionnaire, and then someone will come from the back. They have like the Star Trek doors, and they'll come out from the back, and they'll call you by name, and you come up, and they'll deal with your issue. So you go down there. Once they call you up, you want to file. You tell them, explain to them you need to file what's called a missing watch report. Now, this is what that looks like. This is the actual Rolex missing watch report. Now, oh, Prophet, what do I want to do that for? Now, I'll explain to you what you want to do that for. So, when you file this report out, all right, let's go over the report really quick. We have serial number, model number, watch description. Now, let's not get serial number. I mean, for those that know, you know, for newcomers, the serial number on your watch is not the model number. Like this watch, the landlord watch, the model number is 116618LN. Don't get confused with the serial number. The serial number is actually on the newer watches, on the newer models, the serial number is at the 6 o'clock in the rehole. It's etched in the bottom there. I mean, you can't see it, but with a loop you can see it. It's etched in down there on the newer watches. On the older models, you disconnect the bracelet, and in between the lugs, the serial number's in there. All right, so that's your serial number. Don't confuse that with your model number. All right. So we fill it out. We put our serial number, model number, you know, watch description, whatever. Whether it's the you know, Hulk, whatever. The landlord watch, they know what that is. Check one: stolen or lost. Owner of watch, your name, your company, your address, city, phone number, fax, email. Okay, your insurance. Now there's a box for your insurance agency. Claim number. So you see, before you fill this out, you have to call your insurance first. All right. So your claim number, company, whether it's, you know, State Farm, Allstate, Farmers, address, phone number, blah blah blah, email, adjuster, policy. Okay. Copy of police report, which has asterisks right beside it, so that is mandatory. You need the copy of your police report before you fill this out. Police department, who would you contact there, so on and so forth. Copy of insurance claims included, yes or no. Must be included if insurance claim is filed. Please note that the unique serial number of your watch is mandatory for input into our database. Now, that is very important there. We'll get back to that. Next one is police report and or insurance claim should have the watch description with serial number itemized thereon. If a police report or insurance claim is not currently available, please forward within 45 business days of our receipt of this form, or your information may be subject to deletion from our database. Rolex reserves the right not to input any information for any reason. Okay, now, here is the reason why you need to input your serial number. What's going to happen is this. Once you submit this form to Rolex, they are going to enter your serial number into the Rolex database, worldwide database. Now, what that means is anybody that goes into any Rolex service center, any Rolex AD, and turns in that watch, what they do is, look, when you walk into Rolex and you turn in your watch for service, for adjustment, for whatever, they take your watch and they take it to the back, right? They take it to the back and you stay in the front. You don't see them. They take it to the back, the door's closed, you're in the front, you're sitting down, you're waiting. They take your watch. Before the watch maker touches your watch, the representative enters your serial number into the database. Now, what's going to happen is if your watch is stolen and somebody buys your watch off the street, off a guy, you know, whatever, somebody brings your watch into Rolex headquarters or in Rolex AD, Rolex Service Center, whatever it is, and they come, they bring your watch in for service. They bring your watch in to whatever, repair the a cracked, you know, sapphire glass, whatever it is. They bring it in, okay, they accept the watch. Now, they'll accept the watch and they'll go in the back. They take that watch, they enter it into the database. As soon as they enter that watch into the database, if you have submitted one of these, as soon as they enter that watch into the database, a hit is going to come up. That watch is stolen. That watch is lost or stolen. So what they're going to do is they are going to confiscate the watch. They're going to I'm going to tell you a quick little story. Now, my sister is a stockbroker. Her company, well, they bring like big companies. They'll take companies public and they'll do whatever. So she's in the stock market, right? But before that, she used to work at Rolex. So I'm going to tell you a story that actually happened to her. Well, happened while she was working there. And so the Rolex on Fifth Avenue, you walk in, you walk in the building, it's downstairs, the Rolex building. You walk in, you meet a security guard. It's off-duty police officers. That's obvious what they are. They're off-duty police officers. You come in, you meet the security guard, you have to submit your ID. You say you're going up to Rolex on the 5th floor. You submit your ID, they give you a name tag, you put it here with your picture and your name. You go upstairs, you do a turnstile, you go upstairs to the 5th floor. Once you get to the 5th floor, the elevator opens, you know, it spills out into the Rolex. You go to the left, you check in, fill out a little questionnaire, what are you there for, blah, blah, blah. And then they come out from the Star Trek doors, they come out, they'll call your name or whatever, they'll you know, what you're there for, they'll take your watch. Then they go back to the back, the doors close, and you sit down. So one day when my sister's working there, somebody comes in, they turn in a watch, not to her, but to the girl next to her. They turn in a watch, the girl goes in the back with the watch, and the guy sits down, and he waits for them to you know, service his watch. Whatever. This particular watch, the crystal was broken, so he wanted to repair it. Okay, cool. So they go to the back, they enter it in. This is why I know this. They enter it into the computer. Boom! It comes up a hit. This watch is stolen. This watch was reported stolen. This watch is stolen. So what happens is they don't come back from the back and say, "Hi, Mr. So-and-so. Do you have proof that this watch is yours? Or this watch is, you know, is a question. This watch is stolen. Blah blah blah. You know, they don't. There's none of that. What happens is they stay in the back. hit comes up, this watch is stolen. They call the police from the back while you're sitting in the front thinking, oh, okay, they're taking care of my watch. While you're sitting there, thumbing through the magazines, thumbing through the latest Rolex catalog, they call the police, the elevator's open, the cops come out, they say, Mr. So-and-so, they have your name already, they have your address, they have your ID, they know exactly who you are. They come out, Mr. So-and-so, there's nowhere to run, there's one way in, one way out. Mr. So-and-so, turn around, stolen property, click, click, you go. So that person gets arrested. The watch gets confiscated by Rolex. Rolex notifies the person that, the proper owner of the watch. You come down with proof that that's your watch, and they will return your watch to you, free of charge, no charge. They will return your watch to you. So that is a great service that they had. But again, you must file a police report, and you must take that police report, even if you don't have an insurance on the watch. An insurance is not a must, but you must file a police report. So you file a police report, you take that police report down to Rolex headquarters on Fifth Avenue. It's actually 665 Fifth Avenue. You take that down, you file this out. It's called a missing watch report. Whether it's lost or stolen, you fill it out, and you submit it with them, and now your watch is in that database. If that watch turns up anywhere in the world, at a Rolex service center, at a Rolex AD, or a Rolex headquarters, whether it's New York or Geneva, even in Cuba, Cuba has a Rolex AD, get that. So if that watch turns up, that watch will be confiscated by Rolex, and you will be notified that watch is in their possession. All right, so yeah, that's it. I just wanted to make a quick little video for guys that don't know what to do if their watch is lost or stolen. Just a quick couple of points. Make a police report. Go down to Rolex, make a missing watch report. If you have insurance, whether it's homeowners or whether it's renter's insurance, you can cover your watch, even if you're a renter, even if you're renting a home or renting an apartment, and you have renter's insurance. It's a separate personal policy protection or something that you add to your renter's insurance, and you can cover your watch. It's when you get insurance for your watch, you can first of all, if you don't add your watches to your insurance, whether it's homeowners or whether it's owner's insurance, your watch, your jewelry, your belongings or whatever are only covered when you're inside the home. Now, if you add your watch as separate addendums, when your watch is covered when you're outside of the home, your watch is covered when you're on vacation, when you're at a concert, when you're at the beach, where you're at your mom's for the holidays, wherever that watch is, it's covered. So you're on an airplane and you take your watch off to use the bathroom, and you sit down, you're taking a dump, and you get out, you leave the bathroom, you forget your watch, you're excited, you fall asleep, whatever, you leave your plane, you lost it in the bathroom on the airplane, you go back in, your watch is no longer there, you're covered. As long as you have your watch on a separate addendum on your insurance, your watch is covered wherever you are. And they give you the full replacement value of your watch, whatever it's insured for. Like, let's say your watch is insured for, the appraised value of your watch is 10 grand, they cut you a check for 10 grand. The appraised value of your watch is 40 grand. They cut you a check for 40 grand. And it's been my experience, I haven't lost a watch, but we were on a cruise, like one of these local little boat rides in New York City at night around like the Statue of Liberty, and we were leaning over one day, and my wife, Cookie, had, you know, she wears jewelry. She likes jewelry, so she had these large hoop diamond earrings, and they were kind of like loose. One of them, it was like, you know, it was kind of loose, whatever. But whatever. And you know, you're drinking on this on the cruise on the boat, so we were leaning over the waves. It was a little rocky. Whatever the case may be, at the end of the night, she had lost earrings. She had lost the earrings. It was crazy. She had lost the earrings, and my insurance company at the time, I called them up. I told them what happened. I called them up. I made a claim. I told them what happened. Whatever they were insured for, cheers family, I believe it was about $6,500, whatever. It was a small little pair of diamond earrings. Well, they were hoop diamond earrings. So I called them up and made a claim. No joke, 2 days later, was it 2 or 3 days later? I believe it was 2 days later, it was 48 hours later. Yeah, they cut me a check. They said, I didn't have the check 2 days later, but they contacted me. They said, yeah, we're writing you a check for this amount. I think it was 6,700, something like that. So yeah, they said we're mailing you a check for $6,700, and that was it. It was so simple, and it was, you know, it was like lightning fast. So a few days later, I had a check. I had a check for $6,700, and I was damn glad that I've added, you know, all of her jewelry to my insurance, my homeowner's insurance, and all my watches to homeowner insurance. Some people might think, oh man, but it gets pricey. You're gonna be, you know what? Can you afford not to? You know, if you're out and about, if you vacation with your watches, if you're out and about, can you afford not to? I mean, you know, you just gotta ask yourself, can I afford to lose? Let's say you're on vacation, you take 2 watches with you. You take you take a steel sub, and you take you know, whatever. You take a steel Daytona. One is about 10,000, you know, plus tax. The other one is about 14,000 plus tax. You want to lose, you know, 30 grand? I don't. So yeah. So that's it. I'm your host, Richard Prophet. This is the Prophet Realty Group channel. Now you know what to do if your watch gets lost or if your watch gets stolen. You know, I hope that helps some people out there. If you have any questions, or if you have any stories about what happened to you, if you lost your watch, did you report it stolen, or who's your insurer, leave it below, and hopefully we'll help somebody out here on the channel. I'm your host, Richard Prophet, and thanks for watching. Please make sure to tell your friends that if they love Rolex, if they've been dreaming about Rolex, if they own Rolex, or just watches in general, if they want to talk about watches, subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment, and we'll get into it. Oh, and by the way, the contest, I bought a new watch. Yes, I bought a new watch. The contest, we're going to reveal the winner next Sunday. So if you haven't made your submission, please submit your you know, throw your hat in the ring. Just give me your thoughts on what you think my new watch is, and the first guy to correctly answer what my new watch is, I'm gonna send you a Mr. Nice Watch t-shirt. Great t-shirts, I wear them all the time, and every time I wear one in the street, someone comments on it. Hey, Mr. Nice Watch, oh, that's a great watch. And you know, it's just a conversation starter, especially if you're in business and you wear Rolex. You gotta have this watch. It breaks the ice. I mean, it'll pay, you know, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm your host, Richard Prophet. You want a Mr. Nice Watch t-shirt, leave a comment below, and you might get one. Next Sunday, brother.